cold in here today. Anyhow, she's not sleeping. I hear her in there talking, but we have Disney Channel on. She really likes that. She likes Minnie Mouse. Anyhow, it's the cotton candy wig. First person here is Malika for general. Walking away from something that no longer serves you brings in a new opportunity, possibly with a romantic interest if you're not with anyone right now. Looks like you've got divine timing that is bringing in the love cup being full, possibly with a Libra. You also have an Aries here, and things move forward, slow and steady wins the race. It also looks like taking time for rest, relaxation, recharges your batteries. The Wheel of Fortune, you're coming into a point in your life where you have some natural, good luck. Some good luck is coming in. And life starts to move forward. There's also a Cancer that enters, and you have some money coming in. What is hitting me in the head here? Too much stuff back here. I don't know, maybe I'm sitting the wrong way. I don't know, something here is a little bit funky today. It's all right. Okay. Empress, will I get the full-time job offer from UTD or UTSU this month? UTD. UTSW. Okay, they're both possible, but UTSW comes up a little bit stronger. Gabby, spirit messages. Oh, I skipped spiritual medium. Am I doing the right thing by letting go of a friend? 70% chance, yes. It does show here that there is some indecision around the situation. But you know what? It's like, if you've been friends with somebody or whatever the relationship is, it doesn't make a difference. If you feel like you put more in than you get out of, or it causes you more pain overall than pleasure, it's time to move on and let go of it. So I think you're making the right decision. Gabby, spirit messages. The Five of Water, things not turning out the way you hoped, not seeing the positive side of a situation, crying over spilt milk. Page of Air, logical, honest, impulsive, curious, challenging information, delays or changes to plans, the truth delivered without tact. Page of Water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. The cotton candy wig. I know, I like the colors of it, right? It's not really on right. My head is really big. Anyway, I don't really care for bangs. I got to tell you that. Anyway, one of my friends picked it out, and this was like, she bought all solid ones, and then she saw this one, and she was like, we got to get that one. Anyhow, maybe I should just cut the bangs a little bit. I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. John, should I text the Virgo, although I don't want to? If your intuition is telling you not to, I wouldn't do it then. Let's see what the cards say. Should I text the Virgo even though I don't want to? 70% chance, yes, you should. I don't know. I would always tell you to listen to your intuition. Cards indicate you should text. Aphrodite will meet and DP move in together. Yeah, there's a strong possibility that you will. Loso, will I get any justice at work, or is it time to move on? Okay, will I get any justice at work? Balance comes back to your work relationships or your work situation, but it looks like only a 33% chance that you see much justice, and you're always kind of feeling like you're waiting for your ship to come in. I would explore your options, see what else is out there. I don't think that can hurt. Gabby, general around current personal goals. You have a wish, first card that comes in around you. So put out into the universe exactly what you want. You're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. I think this year you're taking the bull by the horns and you're going to go for it. Your intuition is spot on. Grounded, stable business opportunities come in. Creative projects come in. Life moves forward. It may be slow and steady at some points, but it's also like building solid ground, moving forward on solid ground towards your goals, and you have choices coming in. So it's not that you're going to get stuck with like having to make a decision because there's nothing else. There's plenty of opportunity. You got things coming in out of the clear blue sky with the Knight of Swords quickly. New opportunities around business, work, whatever, and feeling like the hard work that you've put into your goals is now coming back to pay off. I think that this year is going to be pretty powerful for you. Keep plugging away. You're on the right track. Seppi, I got scheduled for an interview Friday. How will it go? That's excellent. Good. Excellent. How will the interview go? Oh, oh my God, it goes really well. Four of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. They have a lot of respect for you. They're a pretty stable company. Empress, they're going to adore you. Things can move forward pretty quickly. You could get that job. God, I hope so. Good for you. Excellent. Change is coming. Coco, Kay's thoughts and feelings on our situation at the moment. Very focused on it. She listens to her intuition. Her intuition is strong. She thinks that if you guys aren't in a committed relationship, that's what she's hoping for. That's where her thoughts are. Romantic interest, happiness. She's either content with where things are, or she feels like they're moving forward, and that's keeping her content. She's got a lot of positive energy around the situation, and she feels like things are moving forward, but also feels like there's a lot of possibility in the near future. Kira for tomorrow. Taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, which is positive. Laying down the law, cutting through bullshit, and standing up for yourself if need be. Possibly starting a new journey, or something spontaneous pops up that's a lot of fun, and things change for the better quickly. It also looks like you might need to have patience with something that you've been working on, but you have money coming in, so that's positive. And there may be a Virgo around that's of significance. Tomorrow looks like a pretty decent day. That'd be a general. Could have a soulmate relationship on the horizon that both partners are putting in equal, both partners are getting equal out of. Maybe spending a lot of time in contemplation, taking time for rest, relaxation, recharges your batteries, and you got the Magician here. So you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Earth sign comes in that may be of significance, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and feeling prepared and excited for the future. Sepia, career. Four of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Stability in things move forward with stability. You might have to have a little bit of patience, but success is on the way. You have a wish, put it out into the universe, no longer feeling like you're weighed down by the weight of the world, but I think you're going to have a couple of opportunities that come in, possibly before the end of January. You're being guided by the divine. No longer waiting for your ship to come in. Balance and money come back to your life, and you could be changing jobs, walking away from your old job. I wouldn't be surprised if something happens this month. Sepia, love. Putting an old hurt in the past, spending time thinking about what you want for the future brings in a soulmate connection, or Four of Cups could be it's around and you haven't seen it yet, or it hasn't stepped forward yet, but it's in the vicinity. Could have a commitment on the horizon that brings in cause for celebration and you're no longer holding yourself back. Earth sign comes in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Possibly a Cancer. Things could change for the better quickly. You might also have choices with long-term potential and feel undecided about which direction to go in. I would keep your options open right now. Kira, how is Daniel feeling about things? How is Daniel feeling about things? Feels a little unstable. Four of Pentacles in reverse, feeling a little bit unstable, but he does feel like there could be long-term potential around this relationship, and he does have a wish around the situation, so he just needs to focus on what he wants out of this. His feelings haven't changed. He still cares about you, but he's kind of on the fence about which direction he wants to take it in. In some respects, he feels like he put in a lot of hard work and he didn't seem like he got a payoff. Like he feels like he put in a whole lot of hard work and it never really, like he was always in trouble anyhow. He didn't get his payoff. Sepia, next week, career. Page of Pentacles. You could be working on a side business, no longer holding yourself back, and an offer may be around the corner that you're just not seeing yet. Things change for the better quickly, and you're prepared to explore your options and to move forward. You may be feeling a little bit ambitious about your career, and you have balance coming in. You could get some new opportunities in the very near future. Adriana, what's coming? What's coming? You may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. You're heading towards all 10 cups being full. You're not there yet, but you're on your way. Leaving regret and negativity in the past could bring in a new love interest, and that person could either be, you got a Capricorn, you also have an Aries coming in. Perseverance takes your life to the next level. Water sign comes in that may be significant too, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Kira, general next few days. General for the next few days. Laying down the law, cutting through some bullshit, standing up for yourself or setting boundaries. You've got a Virgo coming in that may be of significance, paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or putting money aside for something, walking away from things that no longer serve you, and you may be focusing on a side business over the next couple of days. April, rest of the week and the weekend. No longer holding yourself back. There could be an offer in front of you that you're not seeing, especially when it comes to either business or side business or work related. Balance comes back to your life, feeling like the world is at your feet. You may need to have some patience. You might feel like nothing's moving forward fast enough this week into the weekend, so you may have to just have patience with, you know, everything that's just going on in the crazy world. There's a little bit of mild anxiety around either a money or business endeavor, but it seems to work itself out pretty quickly and bring in cause for celebration. You may be focused on, I don't know, looking for homes or getting money together for that kind of stuff over the next week or week and a half. A lot of like financial stuff is coming up. Ronnie, is the staff out on workman's compensation, planning on returning, or is she done? She's another one not reaching out. Like, let us know. I know. I don't understand how people can be like that. But we used to have them at the AP all the time. Okay, is the staff that's out on workman's comp ever returning? She's got a 70% chance that she's planning on returning, but I don't know if that could change. She may be planning on returning now, but never wind up coming back. Yeah, I'm coming back, I'm coming back, I'm coming back, and then never actually make it back. I'm not convinced that she comes back. I think she's going to try to milk this for all it's worth. Q, money for the rest of the week. Got good luck coming in around money. You have a wish and cause for celebration. Balance comes back to your work and finances. You got choices, and your financials should be strengthening this week. Money looks pretty good. 4 of Pentacles, some financial stability. 9 of Pentacles, money's flowing to you. John, what's the outcome if I don't text? You'll hear from her. Regardless of whether or not you text, she'll reach out to you at some point, and you get your wish, and you're being guided by the divine. If you reach out to her, you'll just hear from her sooner. Demeaning, general love. Okay, you got the Wheel of Fortune, and you also have a wish. So you got good luck, and you have a wish around. You put it out into the universe. If you're not with anyone right now, there's a new love interest coming in. That could be an Aquarius. If you are with someone right now, there's a wish around your current relationship. Current relationship moves forward. Now, if you're not with anyone, and you're listening to your intuition, you may walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, which then brings in success around love. Passion comes in around a new opportunity with long-term potential, possibly with that Aquarius. Both people putting in equal, both people getting a lot out. There's a lot of balance in your next relationship. You have an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You also have a water sign coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Possibly a Cancer. It could be a Cancer, not a Cancer, a Scorpio and an Aquarius. And there's growth and transformation coming in around your love life in 2021. Whether it's a current relationship or it's a brand new relationship, things move forward really well, and they grow and transform over the course of this year. Gabby, will I be making progress with my weight loss? Fucking weight loss. I weighed myself today, 163. I'm like not going anywhere. I gotta tighten it up a little bit, I think. I ate a bag of that skinny popcorn. That stuff's really good, and it's very low in calories, but I ate the whole bag last night after the live stream while I was watching YouTube videos. I was so hungry, though, that I felt nauseous. I gotta get back to the intermittent fasting. That's what I need to do. It's fucking weight loss is so annoying. Yes, you will. 70% chance. Yeah, you will. you got a 70% chance, and then you have the Six of Wands. So you got success coming in. Just stick to it. Don't give up. I had a couple of rough days with Avery's birthday. I was weighing myself, and like Dylan was licking the back of my leg because I just came back from my run. And at one point the scale said 159. I'm like, oh, I'll take it. But then it settled on 163. And I was like, God damn it. But I want to get under that 160. I'm going to feel a whole lot of relief once I do. Well, you know what? It's not that it's even a silly question, because I feel like Weight Watchers is so successful because there's so much support in those groups. Like I have it on the app, right? And like I can 24/7, I can get in contact with a coach, and I can get in contact with like other people and listen to their stories. Like, so asking questions, even though like, okay, losing weight is simple math. I have to burn more calories than I have than take in, but there's such a psychology that goes behind it. Like, why did I need to eat the whole bag of popcorn last night? I didn't really need to. I probably could have had a cup and been fine, but I ate the whole bag. But so it's like sometimes you need the support of the whole group. And that's one thing I like about Weight Watchers. And I do like that I don't have, I could have a beer, where on keto, you can't have a beer. Sometimes I want a fucking beer. Like, like I don't want to give everything up. So, I think it's fine. It just like, it really fucks me up. Like it's so easy to put it back on. It's like, and like I could like put pasta away like nobody's business. And I definitely don't want my crazy food bullshit. I don't want Avery to inherit that. Like, I remember the first time ever thinking I needed to be on a diet. I was in 3rd grade. I went to school with a salad, and I made the salad myself. And I didn't know that I shouldn't put the oil and vinegar on, and it was all soggy. But I ate it because I was on a diet. I was 9. But you know what? That's how I grew up. When my mom, like my first memories really of my mom were of her dieting after she had my brother. And I looked at pictures like, I have a picture here. I took it to show my brother the other day. My mom gained 75 pounds with my brother. I beat her. I gained 80. She did the Scarsdale diet because she was not losing the weight. Where the hell's the picture? And my dad tells the story that when she was pregnant with my brother is when they first came out with sugar-free ice cream. So she just went nuts eating sugar-free ice cream, which, I don't know what the picture is. Which she gained a lot of weight while she was pregnant with him. And I remember her being on the Scarsdale diet, and I remember such a focus on her losing weight. And I remember telling her, I mean, I didn't even know what it was to be skinny or fat when, I was a little kid. And I remember telling her how skinny she looked because I knew that's what she wanted to hear. Well, I don't know where the picture is. But anyway, I was looking at my brother's baby book. And picture of him when he was first born, she didn't even look that heavy. She didn't look that heavy at all. So I don't know. I mean, my grandmother, my dad's mom, said that she remembers taking my mom clothes shopping after my brother was born and nothing fit her. Like, she kept having to get a bigger size and a bigger size, and she was really upset. But she went on the Scarsdale diet. She lost the weight, and she never gained it back. And for the most part, she was about 5'6" or 5'7". She was around 125 pounds her whole life. Now, if you stood her next to me, I've always been around 125, between 125 and 135 for most of my life, but I'm a lot shorter than she is. She was almost 5'7". I'm only 5'1". But we had very different bodies. Like, my mom was like one of those, kind of had like, she was very small on top and she kind of had a bigger butt, but she was real tall, To me, anyway, she was really tall. But that's why weight is such a funny thing, because you can weigh the same amount as somebody else and look so much heavier or thinner. Anyway, T-Vet. I think that's where I am. Yep. Love. You got good luck coming in around your love life, and pretty soon you'll be able to breathe a sigh of relief. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. Please be careful with that card if you don't want kids. Out of the clear blue sky, you have the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Right now, you've got coming up very strong Leo, Aquarius, and Pisces. But that they may be around you right now. Sagittarius just showed up. But you also could have a new Sagittarius coming in. There's new energy coming in too. You got options, and I would just explore your options until you're ready to make a decision. Sagittarius and Leo comes up very strong around you. Julie, how will my key collection go tomorrow? New place. Slow and steady wins the race. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility, and a large sum of money is around the corner. So I don't know what my key collection, I don't know if you're, I don't really know what it is, but it looks like if this has anything to do with money, you'll be very successful. And it also has a potential to build a stable relationship. So whatever it is that you're doing tomorrow, it's positive that not only could it be bringing you growth and transformation tomorrow, but it could be a long-term. Like over the long term, you could be building a business relationship that brings in the feeling of relief and prosperity over years to come. Like you could, I don't know I don't really understand what key collection is. I don't know if you're going to look at a new place or if it's something that you sell, but money comes up strong. And potential for the future to bring in potential clients or money in the future comes up strong. Empress, will my brother's investment quadruple by the end of 2021? I don't think it quadruples, no. It may go up, but I don't think that much. Kira, what can I expect next from Daniel? Well, right now he's feeling a little bit stuck and he may be holding back a little bit, so you may have to give him a couple of days. And then maybe towards the end of the week or the middle of the week, you'll hear from him out of the blue and he may be trying to put in a little bit more work to the relationship. Megan, what will I end up pregnant this year? 70% chance, yes, you will. Kira, general. You may be working on a creative project that could bring in extra money and alleviate some financial stress. It does look like you got some strength, stepping into your own personal strength, laying down the law, setting up boundaries, cutting through bullshit. Out of the clear blue sky, you got money coming in. You also have a Virgo coming in that may be of significance. But you have money coming in. Taking time for rest, relaxation, recharges your batteries, does you a world of good. Especially under this new moon. This new moon is conjunct Pluto, and this is a good time for meditation. I got to take my own advice on that. You also may be working on a new business opportunity that could prove to be successful in the future. Deja, does Dewan's mom really like me? Yes, she does like you. Oh, you know what? That's good to know about the bloating. So maybe I was only 159. You know why? You know why I did it? Because I was getting into the shower and I was naked. That's why. What I used to do when I mean, I've done Weight Watchers over the course of my life many times, but when I was working full time, at my full time job, I used to go every Friday. I used to wear like the same outfit, and I would weigh myself on the shipping scale, and that would so it was like every Friday morning at the same time in similar clothing. But that does make sense because my fingers always swell when I'm running. I mean, it's crazy that such little kids get that in their head, you know, about being skinny. And when I look back at pictures of me as a kid, I wasn't a fat kid, but I thought I was. I thought I was. I mean, and even like when I look back at pictures, like it's almost every picture that I look at, I could tell you what I weigh in it. I saw one. If I come across it, I'll put it up on YouTube in the community section. It was like New Year's, and I want to say it was like the late 90s, maybe. It had to be the late 90s, maybe 97, 98. And I was wearing blue velvet pants and a blue velvet, like a midriff top. Like, who's wearing a midriff top in January? And we stayed, it was me and two of my friends, because we had nothing else to do, stayed in a hotel in New Jersey. And I remember thinking how heavy I was then. And when I look at the picture, I'm like, really? Like, I wasn't heavy at all, but I thought I was. I've always thought that there was room for improvement. Talia, may I have a general for tomorrow? Oh, Julie, it's a new apartment. You got that's good. They've got good luck around that apartment. Tomorrow, Talia, you've got possibly starting a new journey with lots of choices around you. Intuition is heightened. Please listen to it. Taurus may be around that could be of significance. You may be hearing from somebody out of the blue, or if you've been waiting to hear from somebody or something, that should happen tomorrow. Persistence tomorrow could bring in a large sum of money. Martha, how did Gemini feel about seeing me today? Good. Loving, kind, compassionate energy was around the situation. This person felt very positive about seeing you today. Or they were genuinely happy to see you. Kira, Daniel, and I. All right, I wouldn't expect anything to move forward real quick because the Chariot is in reverse right now, but you do have a wish around the situation, and you also have the Magician, which means you can manifest just about anything you want, but it may be a little slow to take off, or maybe kind of stagnant right now. I would say that things improve towards the end of the week, where you may be feeling a little bit more successful. So things may be a little slow between now and, like, let's say Thursday or Friday. Megan, will I be moving out of my family's house soon? Yeah, you should be. Maybe within the next 6 months or so. April, with love. Got good karma coming back to your love life. You've got, listen to your intuition. Intuition is heightened. You've got some new people showing up. Pisces, Libra, and a Taurus, and they're all brand new energy. Cause for celebration comes in around long-term potential. It also looks like you've got the Magician here, so you can manifest more opportunities. And things seem to move forward pretty quickly. That could be a Cancer coming in, too. Knight of Pentacles is in reverse. Things should start to move forward. I think you're going to have some new opportunities coming in, and that could take your life in a different direction. You may not be feeling like stuck. You might feel like, I got a lot of different possibilities here. I don't know which direction, which way to go. Good. Explore your opportunities. There's definitely new people coming in. Deja, if I open back up to Dewan, how will things go? It's a double-edged sword. First of all, there is a demon there. So there is something that interferes with this relationship that's not being dealt with. This could be anything from jealousy to somebody that's got some sort of an addictive issue. But whatever it is, that interferes with the situation. And it does look like both of you may be prepared to start things over or to move things forward or whatever. And that could happen very fast. But it may not take long for things to turn south again. And then you guys wind up going through another breakup. Timing doesn't seem to be great around the situation right now. I don't know where you guys are, but I would think about it before you jump back into it. Because it's the kind of thing that you could end up repeating the same situation over again. And if it wasn't a good experience, why do it twice? Kira, will the personalized fertility Etsy spell I'm thinking of work? I'm not getting that it works. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think that you have a problem, though. I think that, and the situation may not be there, the timing may not be right, but I don't think that you have a fertility problem. I just don't think the timing has been there. I don't know. I mean, if it's not expensive, then and you want to try it, but I wouldn't. I hate to see people throw their money away. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know what this person is going to do. I would be skeptical. And like I said, I don't think you have a problem. Kira, rest of the week and weekend. Rest of the week looks pretty good. You're not holding yourself back. Hangman's in reverse, so it looks like things start to move forward. Things could change for the better quickly, but probably not till the weekend or around the weekend. It looks like you may be putting in a lot of effort and you have a wish around celebration, around a side business, or possibly thinking about going back to school. Taurus comes in that may be of significance. Money comes in with the Nine of Pentacles. You may start to feel like a shift in your own energy come Thursday, Friday of this week. From now until then, things may be kind of slow. I wouldn't expect all that much. But divine timing starts to guide you. I'm going to say Thursday through the weekend. Weekend looks good. It looks like you could have choices. Your intuition is heightened. And you're putting negativity and heartbreak, disappointment in the past. Adriana, something new. Something new. Out of the clear blue sky, here comes the Empress. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. It does look like your life is moving forward, and it looks like an Aries that's new is coming in. Megan, what does a Gemini want to tell me? They may be stressed out about work or school or whatever it is that they do all day, or if they're if they're looking for a job, it could be stressing them out. Whatever it is, they're stressed out about work, school, or opportunities. They may be feeling very weak. They may be feeling argumentative, and they may be feeling a little bit regretful about something. MC, what's the crazy migraine that I've been getting, stress. I would speak to a doctor if you're getting crazy migraines, because I just think that you should talk to a doctor. It does come up that stress is a factor, but I would still speak to a doctor. Martha, how does the Gemini think that I feel about seeing him today? Undecided. Indecision. He may think that you feel balanced, or that you feel like things are more balanced, but he thinks that you're unsure. Or maybe he picked up that kind of vibe, like mild disappointment, but yet excited for a new beginning, or hopeful for a new beginning, but still upset about something. He's a Gemini. Is that what you said? Typical Gemini fashion. He's kind of dual. He feels both. He feels like you were happy to see him, but he's unsure. Either way, I think you seeing him today was positive. Kira, will I see Daniel this week or weekend? I'm not convinced that you see him before the weekend. Maybe this weekend. Maybe sometime over the weekend. Princess, how does Evan the Libra view me, the Virgo? There's a little indecision. So they may not be 100% sure. They do think about you a lot. They think you're intuitive, strong, successful, kind, grounded, stable, unique, creative. But sometimes they're a little undecided, or they may not know exactly, they may not have a clear read on you. You know what I mean? April, General with P, the Gemini and I. You may feel like things get stuck around him, and that may frustrate you. You could see him or speak to him before the end of the weekend, but you might feel like he doesn't give you a lot. He kind of holds himself back, and that you could find that to be frustrating. It does look like you are going to see him relatively soon. If not this week, this weekend is possible. But you might always be feeling around this situation like you're pulling teeth to get him to either open up or to get things to move forward. And even when you see him, you may not always feel like you might feel like the situation sort of stuck, or he doesn't open up enough. He seems like he's in I don't want to say a dark place, but like he's stuck. He doesn't seem to move forward. It doesn't really seem to go anywhere. But yet it's not because he's not interested. It's like he just doesn't, I don't know, he doesn't have a lot of oomph. He doesn't really go for it. Princess, how does, I did that. No. How does Evan the Libra feel about my growth? He has a lot of respect for you. Thinks that you have a lot of potential, and thinks that you have good focus. Aroha, why hasn't SH contacted me yet? Will he this week? Okay, will he this week? I'm not convinced that you're going to hear from this person this week. They're very slow and steady, and the Hermit is in reverse, so they're kind of closed off right now. They haven't contacted you because they're closed off. They're burdened by the weight of the world. They may also be very busy, and they just either don't have time to have the conversation, or they just are not ready to open the door. I'm not convinced you're going to hear from this person this week. It might take a little bit longer. Princess, how does Evan the Libra feel about me now, the Virgo? they're a little bit undecided. They don't really know how they feel. Like on one hand, they feel like there was a great injustice or something happened around the situation that was very unfair to them. And they may not, they also may be feeling like there was some kind of a tower moment the two of you had at some point and they don't want to go backwards. They also feel like the timing around this situation isn't great. I don't know what happened with you guys in the past, but this person may think that either you need to work on yourselves separate from one another, or they may be skeptical about getting back into contact. I don't know where you guys are, but there's like anxiety around the situation, almost like, okay, she's doing good, things are good, you're moving forward, great, that's great, but I don't really know that I want to be back involved with that, or I don't know that I want to get in things to move forward at this point. There's a lot of anxiety around them. We had 503, career and finances for hubby in January and February. Should have new business opportunities. 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Rods. Should be able to like breathe a sigh of relief before the end of February. The world is at his feet and the 9 of Pentacles is here. So money should be flowing in over the next 2 months. Pretty good. Deja, why do I have so much anxiety lately? How can I help it? Hey, you know what? A lot of people right now are feeling anxiety because we've got weird planet stuff happening. Mercury just moved into Aquarius, which is going to conjunct Jupiter, and Mars is going to square Uranus. Uranus has something to do with it. A lot of people are feeling a lot of like restlessness and like anxiety. Best thing that I have found for anxiety, in all honesty, is exercise. Physical exercise seems to exhaust the anxiety out of me. As far as like, you know, it might not be like a specific situation is causing you anxiety. It could be a planetary thing. It's like things are shifting. We've had a lot of big movers happen. We had Jupiter and Saturn change signs at the end of December, but then we had 3 planets change signs last week. We've got the new moon in Capricorn, which is going to conjunct Pluto, which is tough. That's like exploring your dark side and doing like shadow work. Like it's a time for that, like purging, cleansing, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of planetary reasons why you have anxiety right now. What I would do, and I was going to put a post on Instagram. I just didn't make it yet. Especially tonight into tomorrow with the new moon. It's a good time to purge, cleanse. If you're not one for fasting, my stomach's growling because I haven't eaten today. I'm trying to fast until the sun goes down. You could do fasting until the sun goes down. You can also take salt baths, anything like that. Meditation will help, especially now, today and tomorrow of this week with the new moon. It should help with some of the anxiety. Princess, does Evan forgive me for my past mistakes? I don't, it seems like they have forgiven you, but they still feel like the tower is around. So they may feel like, I've forgiven you, but they're not ready to accept you back in their life. And if you're looking for closure, I would say this is it. Yeah. Alina, what's coming in love for me? What's coming in love for me? Leaving in the past, disappointment and heartbreak lessens the weight of the world on your shoulders and brings in passion. If you're not with anyone right now, no longer holding yourself back brings in a Pisces, heading towards all 10 cups being full. Out of the clear blue sky, you also have the Magician, so you can manifest new opportunities. A Leo shows up as well. You're going to have options coming in the near future. You got some good luck and cause for celebration. You're not holding yourself back. You're not waiting for your ship to come in. You're going to take the bull by the horns and move forward. Also, love for the next 2 months. Fire sign comes in. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want kids right now. Lover's card. It would be a soulmate relationship, and you could be starting a new journey in the next couple of months. Listen to your intuition. There's long-term potential around this relationship. Stella, what does Jip, the Sagittarius, think of me? Thinks that you're successful, ambitious, kind, caring, hardworking, intelligent, independent, loving, kind, and funny. I think this person thinks highly of you. Princess, how does Evan, the Libra, think I feel about him? I hope he knows I'm sorry. He does think that you're sorry. He does. And he does think that that you care about him. But he is not, at this point, willing to go back. He doesn't want to go back. He's like, okay, it happened. What happened, happened. And I'm moving on from it. In order to bring happiness into my life, I need to move past it. And it looks like he's done a lot of work on himself. I don't know what the situation was, but you know, he's come to a point where he's not so much, like, he's forgiven you, but he's not forgetting it. Whatever it was that happened, it was a deep enough hurt that it stuck with him, and he's not willing to put himself back in that situation. April, he's going through all sorts of x-rays and tests for the spleen problem. He apologized for being like this, which I wasn't expecting. I wonder what will happen after he gets better in regards to me. Well, you got to see whether or not you want to stick around for all this time, because you know what? It's like it could be a long road ahead of you. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you really want to spend, waiting for him to get his act together physically should have nothing to do with his relationship with you, because like, people are in relationships all the time and the partner is sick and they don't not participate in the relationship. Do you know what I mean? Like, to the one thing doesn't equal the other. So you may at some point get annoyed with him and walk away, or intuitively back off because you just feel like things aren't going anywhere. You know, and the thing is that it does show that things change for the better quickly, but then it's like he pulls his energy back again, and then he comes forward again, and you feel like, well, hey, I have a wish. I mean, I wouldn't, you know, like, the energy of sitting around waiting for somebody else to physically get better so that then he can meet you halfway. I mean, I don't think I don't think energetically that's the right thing to do. That's similar to, like, well, when somebody breaks up, well, how long are they going to be together? You know what I mean? It's like, if you're going to be in a relationship with him, it can move forward now. Like, going to get x-rays is fine, but it doesn't mean that he can't meet you halfway. So, like, what I'm thinking, I don't think that this is about his health as much as it is that's his personality. He doesn't really seem to, like, put a lot into it, which is fine if you're okay with that, you know, and it's okay. I mean, it does look like you're going to see him. It does look like you're going to hear from him, but it just doesn't look like it comes to the level that you want. And it always seems like you're trying, like, pulling teeth from him. Like, okay, now you have that x-ray. Okay, are you ready now? Are you ready now? Can we move forward now? And it doesn't really seem like he picks up the momentum. But in the meantime, you got other energy coming in. So let's see what happens with that. Princess, how does Evan feel about Evely the Virgo? How does Evan the Libra feel about Virgo? Feels like this person has betrayed him. Feels like there was unsuccessfulness around the situation. Feels like nothing has ever changed or nothing is changing. feels like the timing was bad and the situation was very burdened. Is this is this you and him, or this is somebody else? Because it's a similar. He may be repeating the same kind of situation again. You know what I mean? Like if, let's say you and him had this, because that happens. You know, like you have a situation with him, and then he gets hung up on whatever happened. It goes out into the universe, and he creates it again. If this isn't you, the Virgo, this is a different one. He could be recreating the same. I mean, I've done that. I've done that. I've done it many times. Anyhow, we'll get into that. Oh, your conflict involved her. He may have had a very similar experience with her. He feels betrayed by her too. Sister, I never heard from him. Why? He's got the, oh, you can see, oh, this guy's going to drive you nuts. You are going to hear from him quickly out of the blue. He's got some sharp energy around him that he's dealing with. He feels like he's got a long road ahead of him and he can't get out of his own way. Eventually, you do hear from him. That's the thing. And you got to listen to your own intuition when that happens, because at that point, at the point that you hear from him, it might be like, okay, now all of a sudden things have changed for the better and things move forward, or there's opportunity for the future. And, you know, like all of these situations, and there are so many of them where it's like half in, 1 foot's in, 1 foot's out, or come forward, back up, come forward, back up. And it's like, it gets a little exhausting. You're going to hear from him. You haven't heard from him because this is his way of controlling the situation. He's got sharp energy around him. I don't know if he's got like he's trying to kind of like torture you a little bit, but Knight of Swords, he's going to come in out of the blue. And, you know, sometimes you don't even know if that's a good thing. I was talking to somebody the other night, and the cards are indicating this guy's going to contact her again. And I'm like, I don't even know if that's a good thing, because it's like up and down and backwards and forwards. And I've been in those situations, and it's horrible. It's horrible to have to deal with that. But let's see what happens, because I don't think you've heard the last of that guy yet. April, will I hear from Jason and Gemini again? It seems that he seems uninterested, I think. Okay, let's see. You are going to hear from him again. I don't think he's uninterested. Got the Empress here. Love, money, abundance, fertility. The opportunity for things to move forward. A little adventure can come in. I think you're going to hear from him again. Yeah, I would think so. Sister, why am I hitting blockages in all parts of my life? You know what? I would try to take a little bit of time. You know, I'm going to throw out meditation here. Meanwhile, I don't meditate, but I'm going to do it today. I'm going to try to do it today, because I feel like with this new moon, like this is kind of like a good time to do shadow work and to kind of get in there as to why all of us have blockages and why things are getting blocked. And I think a lot of it has to do with self-worth, and what we're putting out into the universe is coming back to us, and we're feeling blocked and stuck. Not just you, I think a lot of us are. And it's like slow and steady wins the race. But the thing is that you have nice things coming. You've got the Lover's card, which is a soulmate relationship. You got cause for celebration coming in around money. There's also a Virgo and a fire sign here, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, that could be of significance coming in. You may be getting an offer that would be hard to turn down. So you may be feeling really stuck and blocked right now, but I don't think it's going to last for long. I think it comes back to what we're putting out into the universe, which sometimes is, you know, and that's another thing I've wondered for myself with these like stop and go situations that I know that I've been in before, where it's like, if you're ever in a situation where like you're waiting to hear from someone, you want to hear from them, you want to hear from them, you want to hear from them, finally you hear from them, and then it's like, okay, now what? And then it still goes nowhere. It's like, okay, so what was the point of me fucking hearing from this idiot? Because that's happened to me. I went through that like years ago, the situation that I was waiting and waiting, and I was like, I just want things to move forward. I just want things to move forward. And then it's like nothing ever moved forward. And I was like, I wish that I never heard from him. Anyway, it's happened to me a couple of times. And I wonder if it's me, my energy going out into the universe that's kind of like, stop, go, stop, go. Yes, I'm worthy. No, I'm not. Yes, I'm worthy. No, I'm not. You know, like that kind of stuff that creates some of the blockages. And to help dissolve some of the blockages, I feel like meditation in a salt bath. You know, just opening up to getting rid of anything that weighs me down, that holds me back, cleanse my energy. If something is not for me, then remove it and send something my way that is better for me. And years ago, I hated when people would say that. I hated when people would say, well, maybe maybe God has you right where he wants you and he's got a plan and he's going to send someone better. And I wanted to punch them in the face. But sometimes, you know, something else is going to come in that's better, and just being open to it and kind of break down some of the blockages. Like, instead of being so focused on, you know, it has to be this or it has to be that, you know, I'm open to whatever comes my way. I feel like that helps with the energy of it. Because I have definitely been somebody who knows how to get stuck at jobs, stuck in my house, stuck with my weight. But I'm a 4 of spades, so that could also have something to do with it. Even though I don't know how much I believe in that crap. It's interesting, though. Anyway. John, when will the Virgo contact me and is the outcome positive? I think you hear from the Virgo possibly before the end of the week, or maybe the weekend. I think the outcome is positive, yeah. Maria, love. No longer holding yourself back, walking away from things that no longer serve you, listening to your intuition helps you to get unstuck. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got the Magician here, the ability to manifest new opportunities. A water sign comes in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries, cutting through bullshit. You also have a Capricorn coming in. You may be making you might be really making a decision and looking back on the past like, you know what, it really wasn't that good. I'm moving on with my life. And that kind of lessens the load. It kind of makes you feel a little bit of relief. Martha, how does the Gemini feel about our situation and the relationship that we had? Okay, they felt like you had a good relationship with the Two of Cups. They also felt like they may have spent a lot of time thinking and contemplating the situation. Right now, I think that the person feels like that you two are better off not together, because the Magician, the Empress, and the Knight of Swords are all in reverse. But they may be genuinely happy for the time that you spent together. They may feel a little bit out of balance. They may have not totally reconciled this whole thing in their own head and heart yet, but they may be appreciating the space right now, or they may feel like it's not something that would be good for either of you to go back to, but they are happy for the time that you had together. Sister. Why did B unfollow me? We had issues a year ago that were resolved. I was a loyal friend to her, but no matter what I did, I feel like she would not warm up to me. What's her deal? It's her, not you. She's the Hermit. She's pulled her energy back because well, The Hermit, I don't feel is a bad card. I feel like she turns in because she wants to figure out what it is that she wants for herself, which is fine. But she comes up as somebody who's very weak. She feels very victimized. She feels like she doesn't get her wish. She feels like her life is slow moving. She feels like the love has run out of her life. And she's just, it's almost like she does it out of spite. She feels like she's been treated unfairly by the world, not just you. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but she comes off as somebody who feels like no matter what anybody does, it's never good enough, or it's never enough, or she feels like she deserves more. But it's not you. You did everything that you could, and you did everything right, and you put your best foot forward. Oh, with grocery bags around your waist. You know what I used to do? I used to sleep in cellophane. Like, you like cellophane that you would put, like saran wrap. Saran wrap, that's what it is. I used to wrap that around my waist. I mean, really, really. I mean, how ridiculous. How ridiculous. Benita, what are Christopher's feelings about me at the moment? He thinks that you're loving, kind, compassionate, sincere, grounded, stable, unique, spontaneous, adventurous, and fun. Love Leo. How is Gonzalez feeling about me? Thinks that you're happy. Things between you and this person can change for the better quickly. Thinks that you're passionate, has a lot of respect for you, thinks that you're unique, successful, and you know how to take care of business. Like, you don't let people take advantage of you. Nav, will I get the job at the airport before the end of February? Will I get the job at the airport before the end of February? I think you will. Yeah, I do think you will. Looks like your career is moving forward pretty quickly. Angel, Lisa's current feelings and the outcome for us when we talk. I don't think that she thinks too much about the two of you right now as a couple. I don't think that it's been brought to her, and I don't think she has any idea that you're into her. It does look like once you talk, it may be come as somewhat of a shock to her, or she's not going to be expecting it, so it might take some time for things to work themselves out. She may actually pull back before she moves forward with you, so you might have to be preparing for her to be a little distant while she sort of takes it all in. And then there could be the opportunity for things to move forward. Sister. So funny because I see that she plays victim too. But actually, that's what our fight was about, is how she accused me of feeling like the victim, and that's how she acts. Why do my friends all project? You know what? I think people do that in general. People do that in general. You know, like she's the kind of person that will block you and then turn around and say, well, you never reached out to me. And drive you nuts. She's going to feel regretful for losing you, though. If you and her don't end up friends again, she's not only going to feel regretful, but then she's going to come forward with the Six of Cups, and your relationship could move forward again. She may come back with, you know, apologies and shit, because she's going to realize that she's the one that's a little out of balance. Somebody else might point it out to her. She does feel like she's got like everyone, no one's fair to me. Nobody treats me right. Everybody treats me unfair. But I think that she could get past it. The victim mentality is interesting because I think that, I know I've had it a lot, not so much with like family and, well, maybe a little bit with my family, but not so much with my friends, but like in relationships or in life, feeling like, well, life just isn't fair. I just don't get that. That's just not for me, or nobody would ever do that for me or give me that. I've had that attitude before. And the way that I got past it was when I was working with the law of attraction coaches, and it was Veronica Isles that pointed out, she's like, you feel like life is unfair. And if you feel like life is unfair, obviously you're the victim. So I was able to kind of like, she guided me to a way of like, when I get presented with a situation, making a decision to be the one that is the victor rather than the victim. And it took me a little while to understand it. But I think a lot of us do that, but some people do it more than others. Like some people really, like they want people to go the extra mile for them always to prove that they care, that they're there, that we're friends, that when you don't really need all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to go above and beyond to prove something to somebody, but the victim needs that, because if the victim doesn't have that, then they think, well, then you just don't care about me, when sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with you. Like, all right, long story short, one of my friends needed a ride somewhere. She was counting on somebody else to do it, but he never got back to her. So instead of her turning it around and being like, well, he doesn't care about me, he doesn't love me, he doesn't want to do things for me, he doesn't want to be my friend, which would have been very easy for her to do, right? She just mentioned it to me that she was concerned with him. She's like, I'm kind of concerned because I didn't hear back from him, So it wasn't like automatically she became the victim. She became more of, I hope everything's okay. And then I was like, I'll just give you a ride. What's the difference? As long as you get to where you got to go, what's the difference who takes you? She didn't want to ask me because she didn't want me to take the baby out, but that's fine. It's no big deal. But you could see how people can take situations and turn themselves into the victim. Well, I guess I'm not going to go now because I don't have a ride. Well, you didn't take me, so I didn't go. When really he's not the last person on the face of the earth. But you can see how people use that, and then they sling guilt back. Well, if you really cared about me, you would have found a way to do it for me. But that's not fair. Like, it's not fair to do that to someone. So, yeah, it's all of those people need to work on themselves. It has nothing to do with you, but I know that how it feels, because if it was done to me, I would feel the same way that you feel. But it really has everything to do with them. Those people need to read the Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, or however you say his name. I think it's Don Miguel Ruiz. Because not everything is about us. And that same friend has done similar things to me. And I remember once taking it very personal. I had reached out to him and he didn't answer me, and I didn't hear from him for months. And I thought, oh, well, maybe he's mad at me. Maybe he hates me. Maybe I said something that was offensive and I didn't realize it. When meanwhile, it had nothing to do with me. What he was going through was something that had to do with himself. But I, of course, took it like, well, why does he not like me anymore? So if this is not you at all, this is all about them. All of your friends that do this, even though you're taking the hit, it's so much worse for them because they haven't realized that they have to change that behavior. So at least you see what's going on. And, seeing this shit is more than half the battle. And knowing that, hey, it's not about me. It's not about me. You don't have to go to the four corners of the earth to prove your friendship to somebody. You don't. JP, will my financial aid appeal get approved? I'm not convinced. Wheel of Fortune's in reverse. There's disappointment around the situation and there's financial worry. My suggestion right now would be to work more on positive affirmations around money, only because money is flow of energy, right? Manifesting money is simple, right? If you don't think about it as being money and being worth anything, just think of it like we don't think about having to manifest water or electricity, even though we do manifest them, right? You go over, you turn on the light, you just don't think about it. So I would start to work with, like, you may want to do the 5 by 55 if you've ever heard of that. Writing out 5 times, 5 days in a row, 55 times. I get the financial aid. I get the financial aid. I get the financial aid. Or I get the money. I come up with the money for school. However, so you may come into money a different way. Money is a flow of energy and can be manifested. If this appeal doesn't go through, there's another way that you can get that money. I'm telling you that because I've done it myself. And you just have to believe that where there's a will, there's a way. So if for whatever reason it doesn't go through, you can still get that money and you can still go to school. Try the 5 by 55 though, because it's helped me before. 5 times a day, you just focus on it. 5 days in a row, 55 times you write in a notebook. I intend to win the appeal. I intend to win the appeal. I intend to come up with the money for college, whatever it is, or the money for whatever it is. And you'll be able to get it. Money is super easy to manifest. We just don't think it is. And interesting that when I was working with Amanda from Create Your Future with Amanda, she's like, for some reason, most people have a hard time with the money aspect, but she said that for me, I was able to manifest money quicker than the average person. I don't know. I guess also because I just always kind of feel like it'll work out. It'll work out. That's not to say I don't stress over money, because I do. But money can be manifested. Time, too, to pay it back can be manifested, or to get the money together. You can work something out. I'm 100% certain of that. TD, love for the rest of the month. No longer holding yourself back. Love life starts to move forward. Got a couple of new people around here, or options. They may already be in your life. You got a Taurus, a Leo, a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It also looks like you're laying down the law, setting up boundaries. That Aries may be around too. You may make a decision to walk away from things that no longer serve you. This could be a new love interest, or it could be rekindling with the old, but you're going to have options. 9 of Wands, feeling like, oh, I can breathe a sigh of relief, made it to the top of the mountain. There also may be money or abundance around love this month. I think love moves forward for you, but you're going to have some options, so explore your options. Siba, general reading. You have some good luck coming in, and there may be a little bit of indecision around you. That's okay. Make your decision when you're ready. And it looks like you are slow and steady to make decisions right now. That's fine. Taking time for rest, relaxation recharges your batteries. Could have a new business opportunity on the horizon. And you may be leaving disappointment, negativity, and the weight of the world on your shoulders. You may be leaving that in the past and moving forward. You may be making a decision to cut out things that no longer work for you, and you're prepared and excited for the future. Got something to celebrate coming in, possibly with a Taurus. April, general for the rest of January and February. Intuition is heightened, so please listen to it. Page of Pentacles. You may be focused on a side business or making money in a different way. Feeling like finally the hard work that you've put into your career, side business, or whatever is now the fruits of your labor is coming into fruition. You have a wish when it comes to money, so I would focus on that. And the sun comes out over your life, so you should be feeling happy. You've got the love cup full, but there are plenty of choices around you. So if you feel like one thing isn't working out, there should be other opportunities coming in. Air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Out of the clear blue sky comes another air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Got a lot of nice things happening around money and the possibility of moving homes, changing homes, upgrading homes, or at least getting that on the horizon. Siba, did the Leo call me using a restricted number? No, I don't think it was a Leo. You've got here, the Leo looks like they hold themselves back, and you may be feeling disappointed by the Leo. A Capricorn shows up. It could have been a Capricorn. Gabby, approximately when will I find my next job? Early spring. The king could be the number 13. Could be 13 weeks from now. Will that take us into spring? Yeah, I would say spring. Diana, general. An old wound moves into the past and you move away from it quickly. That also brings in some good luck, and you've got a Sagittarius coming in who may be of significance. Cause for celebration comes in around a committed relationship. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got a couple of people here. Sagittarius, you have a Virgo, a Cancer, and you have a Capricorn. If you are with someone right now, your current relationship moves forward, but there could be a demon that needs to be dealt with, and somebody with the Hermit may not want to discuss it. That's if you're in a relationship. Either way, your love life is moving forward. It also looks like laying down the law, setting up boundaries brings in a new opportunity, starting a new journey of some type that's a little bit adventurous. Good for you. Bianca, someone from my past appeared and now I'm confused. What Isabel, the Cancer, wants from me. She drives me crazy and she hurt me before. Okay, I'm not seeing a whole lot of love here, but okay, this is what I have happening here. First of all, you're going to have choices, so keep that in mind. You've got other people around you aside from this Cancer. I am worried that this person may be looking for money because you got 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the 9, a lot of money around you. I don't know if she thinks that you'll give her money if she needs it. So that frightens me. I don't see a lot of love here, but there is long-term potential possible around starting a new journey, but I don't see love here. I see money here. I would be careful that she's not trying to get money out of you. And I would definitely keep your options open because there are other people around you that I think have like good intentions and really care about you or are legitimately interested in you. And I don't want to see you cut them off for her because she could be looking for money. I don't know if she's like that. And she did something hurtful to you in the past. So that makes me nervous too. I would be cautious with her for sure. Readings. When will I meet a man that I will hug and kiss? When will I meet a man that I will hug and kiss? You could have a significant relationship this summer, possibly July. That may be more than just hugging and kissing. It could be a real relationship, like a full-blown relationship. You may be walking away from things that no longer serve you, which then makes you feel prepared for something new to come in. Ace of Cups. Love cup could be full and disappointments move into the past by this summer. Kira, will Daniel and I reconcile? Will Daniel and I reconcile? I think you will. 70% chance, yes. The negativity moves into the past. Ellie Saab, does my ex-Gemini come towards me for reconciliation? You know, this is interesting because I get 33% chance, yes. The world is at your feet, right? So the person does come back, but when they come back, you may not be seeing them the same way you did, and you might not wind up reconciling at that point. Let's see what happens at the moment, because Six of Cups in reverse is like not looking back on the past fondly. So you may be feeling like, you know what? It really wasn't that great. Let's see what happens. Kiki, health reading for the next couple of days. Health should improve quickly over the next couple of days. Starting a new beginning, starting a new regimen serves you well. Listen to your intuition. I think that your health is improving, but you know that I would always tell you to go see a doctor. What is my anxiety lately? Like I've been saying, the planets are doing things that are causing great anxiety. So we've got the moon, new moon in Capricorn is going to conjunct Pluto. That's tough. That's like kind of doing shadow work, going inside. It's uncovering, digging up things that are like deep down inside us that may not be real pretty. So that's something. Then we've got, let me just pull it, it's the planets. What happened yesterday? Something happened yesterday that affected fixed signs, especially fixed signs in the early degrees. For Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, Mars squares Saturn. Mars squares Saturn is not easy for anyone, but it's harder on those signs. It's like anger. You know, it's like Mars is angry and Saturn is like, you better not, I'm the father, I'm going to tell you what to do. This is a lesson. And Mars is like, fuck you. It's not an easy aspect. Then we've got Mercury, which just changed signs, moved into Aquarius, which is going to conjunct Jupiter, which then blows everything up. So it's like, okay, I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm feeling. I got anxiety, and now Jupiter blows that up. It's the planets. We got to get through. We got to get through January. It's like we're all going to welcome the retrograde once we get past January. Because there's so much. Mars now is going to conjunct Uranus. That's not going to be easy either. I think it's affecting the fixed signs more in the early degrees because it's in the early degrees of Taurus. You know what I mean? It's like it just moved in. Let me pull up the planets. Okay, where the heck is Mars? It's at 2 degrees of Taurus. So fixed signs that are at like around 2, 3, I would say between I would say anywhere from 0 to like maybe 8 degrees of the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, are feeling it more so, but everybody's going to feel it. And it could make fights happen. It could make people get very unusually excited. Kiki, I feel very emotional. Any reason? Yeah, fucking planets. You're a Libra. All right, let me just take a quick look at these planets. Okay, so you've got Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn trining your sun. Those are, well, Saturn could be a little difficult. And we've got the new moon. You know where your moon is? You may be feeling like you're holding yourself back, or you may feel like there's bullshit in your way. Could also be feeling angry and argumentative. And you also may be feeling like, and I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. This is all going to pass. You're going to be prepared for things to move forward, and this all passes. I think it passes within a couple of days. It goes away. Do you know what sign your moon is in? Vicky. I just found out that my mom's boyfriend has COVID. He's in the hospital because he's got it bad. Will he get better? 70% chance, yes, he gets better. The moon is here. So everyone's got to listen to their intuition about the situation. Intuition is spot on about what's going on. If you listen to your intuition, 70% chance he gets better. I think he's going to. I do think he's going to get better. If you could use 55 by 5 for anything, it's the same thing. All you do is, see, it's like when you write something out, it's like you're kind of forced to think about it. And you want to think about each word as you're writing it. You know how like when you were in elementary school, they would make you write things out and you would go all the way down the page. I, will. You don't want to do that. You want to focus on each sentence that you're writing. My love life manifests the way I desire. I always get what I want, whatever it is, but stick to the same sentence, make it simple, write it out 55 times a day for 5 days. And then you have to cut the energy, put it out into the universe. Think about filling up a helium balloon or one of those, you put the helium in it, and you put the energy into the helium balloon and you bring it outside and you let it go. You let it go out into the universe. If you're going to do manifestation, but you're still going to get hung up on when, that blocks the energy. You want to put it out into the universe, let it go, and focus on something else. Take your energy off of it and move somewhere else. Get busy doing anything. I don't care what it is. And then that's how it goes out into the universe and it should come back to you. Sister, did A love me? And does he think of me in his dreams? Dreamt of him last night. Okay, let's see. Did A love me? He did love you and he does think about you frequently. All right, mister, hang on. I'll be right with you. Okay, he's got to go to the bathroom. So let me cut off the super chats and I'll answer for the moderators. And while I wait for the mods, I will answer people I didn't get to. How about Ashley? How many more weeks or days until he contacts me and confesses his feelings towards me? I don't see it on the horizon. I don't know where you are in this situation, but you might not hear from him until the spring. Dylan, relax a sec. Shh. I'll be right with you. Who else haven't I gotten to? How about Hello D PC Cancer Girl? I know exactly who the devil is and needs to be removed. Well, good, then cut them out. Get rid of that. Get rid of that bitch. Zara, what will happen if I give the Aquarius a chance to be with me? Because he wants that, and I'm thinking of it too. Well, I mean, you could give him a chance. I would just make sure that you guys are on the same page moving forward. Because it looks like, you know, he does make a lot of promises, but I don't always see that he follows through with them. So make sure that, you know, if you start to see signs of like he's making promises and he's not keeping them, then I would reassess. But, you know, the sun is here in reverse. The sun is in reverse, which means there is possibility of happiness, but it's a far ways off. Or it could be down the road. Got to see what else is happening around him, because there's a lot of imbalances. There's a lot of arguments. He's got shit that he's got to get through before you and him can actually have a real stable, committed relationship. And if that doesn't happen, I would make sure that that's happening first. Otherwise, you could get caught in one of these situations where I'm waiting and waiting and waiting and when, and nothing ever really seems to change. He's got the Emperor in reverse, and I don't like that, because that's like, he knows what to say. He knows the promises to make, but does he put his money where his mouth is? Let's see. If he makes the right decisions and he steps up to the plate and he does what he has to do, I would give him a chance. But I wouldn't sit around and listen to promises and not see anything solid, because I don't like the manipulation. Emperor in reverse is someone who's manipulating. Mel, general reading. I know you guys are on lockdown now, but it's very easy to make promises when you're on lockdown. It's like, well, I can't. It's like, I want to come and see you. I want things to move forward, but I can't. Let's see if he actually follows through with when he can, because he's telling you that he's doing something, but the cards aren't showing that. The cards are showing that he's saying it, but I don't know that he's going to follow through with it. And I don't want you to feel like, you know, like I'm waiting for this day to come and it's just not coming. If he follows through with it, you know, with everything else that's going on in his life, then I would say, okay, give him a chance. But Emperor in reverse is somebody who is manipulating. You know what I mean? Like, I'm saying that I'm doing something, but I'm not really doing it. So let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like a lot of people can have COVID to hide behind. Well, we can't right now. We can't right now. Yeah, you can't right now, but let's see what happens when that lifts. General reading from Mel. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. Be careful if you don't want children right now. You've got an Aries coming in. Feeling prepared to tackle the future. You've got choices coming in. You have a wish coming in. Put it out into the universe. Money looks good. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan, or putting money aside for something. Life starts to move forward. 8 of Pentacles, possibly going back to school, learning a new area of study. 2 of Cups, you got a committed relationship on the horizon. If you're interested, there's a Sagittarius coming in. There's an Aries around. Somebody from your past may be returning too. That person may be looking to rekindle things. I don't know. I don't know. You might not go backwards. That person may try, but you might not be having that. All right, I'm coming. All right, guys, I'll be back on tonight. I'm not exactly sure what time, but probably between 9:30 and 10:30. Thank you all. Have a nice afternoon. Let me go take this guy out. Bye-bye.